Hello everybody! As you guys can probably tell, I am currently back in Texas, but that doesn't mean the Taiwan series is over. You'll see here in the next couple of weeks of me jumping through space and time to show you guys what happened while I was there. In this particular video, which I'm super excited about, it called for some commentary. One of the first things I did when I went back to Taiwan was to get a Taiwanese wedding photo shoot done. Now you guys are probably asking yourselves, what's so special about a Taiwanese wedding photo shoot? Well, in general, I find that Taiwanese photo shoots are way more elaborate than one assumes. I'm no stranger to the Taiwanese photo shoot. My very first experience doing a Taiwanese photo shoot happened to be when I got my senior photos done for the yearbook, and I just remember that entire process being a dream. And I always thought back on that experience and that memory with fondness because going through the whole process is kind of surreal. You kind of feel like you're a professional model, but nope, you're just a regular old girl getting some professional photos done. It is so elaborate. You have people doing your hair, your makeup for each different outfit that you have. For whatever you don't have, they have in-house wardrobes where they can tailor to your body, so you're gonna look good no matter what. These photos are expensive and they go into great detail photoshopping all the pictures, so in the end you just have this beautiful, gorgeous product that you're gonna look at for the rest of your life. Like, I still look at my high school photos like, dang, I looked good back then, but really, it was just a Photoshop. Photoshop, the poor man's plastic surgery. Why change your face for real when you can just change it for the internet? Before we get started, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to August Wedding Photos, aka Ba Yue, for letting me shoot inside the studio and record basically the entire process of getting things done. The only thing I wasn't able to capture was going to the various locations to get the photos done, but I was too busy taking photos, So I'll be sure to put some photos up at the end in case you guys are genuinely curious about how they turn out. But unfortunately, because I was only there for 2 weeks, I only have like the very rough edits. So what I show in this video may or may not be the final product, and I might do a follow-up video in the future for when I do get the finished product and show you guys how the photos really turned out, because some of them be rough, so don't judge based on what I got. I had rush edits for my wedding banquet, which I'll also have a video of later. This intro is already too long. Let's just get on with it. So the first thing we did, literally the next full day I arrived in Taiwan, was go to the studio and pick out some of the outfits that we would photograph. I had only brought my wedding dress and ended up not wearing my actual wedding dress for the photo shoot. I'll kind of get into that later. The first thing we did was have a consultation. Basically, she asked me what my favorite colors were, if I had a particular style of dress that I favored, and things like that. After being consulted, I realized that I had fewer choices than I initially anticipated. For instance, my favorite type of gown would be something similar to what I wore at my actual wedding, which was a mermaid cut. As I was talking to the owner, she let me in on one of the biggest differences between a Taiwanese wedding photo shoot and an American wedding photo shoot. In an American wedding photo shoot, in terms of bridals and the actual wedding day, you're pretty much wearing the same thing. You as the bride, you're wearing the same thing, which is your wedding dress. But in terms of a Taiwanese wedding photo shoot, specifically, they tend to want to put you in something more elaborate, more impractical, just to make you look as beautiful as you can, because you're not walking down the aisle, you're not seeing people, you're not partying in it as you would in a wedding dress. So even though I personally like the mermaid tail type of dresses, we ended up putting myself in way larger gowns just to show off the floofiness and the youthfulness and the princess. Basically, all my dresses were princess cuts. It was all about the aesthetic and not so much the amount of comfort. For instance, when she asked me what type of color I liked, I told her pink and pastel, and she said it's better to have a variation of color. Like, obviously we'll have a white wedding dress, but having different variations and shades of color to also bring out the landscape of the places we were going to be going to and just provide a different feel and variation, so I pretty much trusted her on that. It was all about the elegance, it was all about the aesthetics, you know. So basically, once the consultation was over, it was on to looking for the dresses. Some I picked out myself, some she picked out for me, and we all threw them in a pile and tried them on one by one. I'm actually pretty nervous because I'm pretty big by Asian standards. So it's all the matter of like finding a dress my size and fits my body type. But we already got a couple dresses right here. Got 1, 2, and there's a white one back there you can't see. So we got 3 options so far. I haven't tried any of them on, but we'll see. Like Rapunzel. Purple.
It is very purple.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Dress number 2. Ooh, la la. That one looks really nice too. It does. I actually rather like it.
Oh.
I think so.
Okay. I like this one too.
I mean, the purple one wasn't bad though, I will say. Oh, okay. Whoa. Wow. Are you gonna fly away? Doing penguin flap?
I like this one.
Dress number 3. It looks like you're about to go to like, I don't know, the Gatsby or something. Looks nice.
Can't breathe at all.
Oh, well.
Take a look at this unphotoshopped outfit. I think the blue one fits better than this one. Yeah. I like the design on this one better, but I think the blue one fits better than this one.
Dress 3.
4. I feel like I'm ready to tango. Who wants to tango dance with me?
Well, it does take 2, so you would need somebody else. Do.
What do you think?
I like it.
I like the. I didn't think I would like the rubbers, but I do like the rubbers. Okay.
Yeah. Bounces. Dress number 5. Looks nice. It looks like you're having to hold it up.
No, it's sewed on there. But she said she could tailor it. I like this one.
Well, you like pink.
I do like pink. I'm ready for my quinceanera. This is very princessy.
Bye. All right. Dress number 6. Whoa. It's a long dress.
I think this one's my favorite.
Well, of course, because it's got that. Whoa. Oh, nice.
Go from where my parents are.
Go from where your parents are? There you go. Ta-da.
Kate Middleton.
Oh,
Kate Middleton doesn't have a train like me.
she didn't?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
You hear that, Kate Middleton?
I'm coming for you. You get the train?
Yeah. It's all in picture.
What do you think? This one or the other white one?
The first one, I guess. This one, I don't know. It's hard to say.
What do you think? Yes, my boobs are falling out.
Yeah.
Like an Asian wedding?
No. This looks.
Like a quinceanera, right?
Yeah. I like the the blue one.
The blue one? Yeah, that's
Well, the one of the white ones, and then whichever other one, I guess.
This one? You like this one?
Alright, bye.
So my initial order was to have 3 looks, but as I was trying on the dresses and she was getting the feel of what I thought about all of them, the owner allowed me to actually pick out 4 dresses for the price of 3 dresses. So I'd have basically everything that I liked on. This one.
Yeah.
The royal blue.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't there another one?
There is this
It might have been that one. But...
gray blue.
Oh no, it was the royal blue.
Okay, so that's one of the ones we picked too. We also picked, me and my mom anyway. I'm just getting your second opinion.
The last red one.
Last red one, what do you think?
That was, yeah, that's fine. It looks Texan to me.
Well, it looks super Asian to me, and so that works, right? Texan Asian, hello?
Yeah.
And the third one we were thinking of were this one with the yellow trim and the ruffle train.
The ruffle, yeah, that was a pretty nice one. Very long.
Yes. Do you agree?
Yeah. So
day 1 was picking out the outfits. Day 2 was actually doing the actual shoot. I had to go and get there at 8 in the morning, bright and early. Derek sat around the entire time while I got my makeup done. The hair and makeup process took 2 hours. And what I thought was so funny was my eyes and eyebrows gave the girl the most trouble. Like, I think I've pretty much told you guys that my eyebrows are 2 different shapes, so it's already a trip getting these babies on every morning and make them look like sisters. But also, my eyes are 2 different shapes, and she realized this as she was doing my makeup. My right eye is a monolid, but it's larger than my left eye, which is a double lid. And she was just tripping out because she was like, monolids usually make the eye look smaller, but your monolid eye is bigger than your double eyelid, and your double eyelid is smaller when it's supposed to be bigger. And she took 40 minutes just doing my eyes alone and making sure they looked even. And I was just sitting there like, story of my life. So finally in this reveal, you'll see the 4 dresses that I picked, and Derek actually got an alternative jacket. That was a surprise because they were so sure they wouldn't be able to find him one since his shoulders are so broad and he has a short torso. But they managed to find a really smart looking silver jacket, and he was able to wear that. Again, the pictures that I'm about to show you are really rough cuts. So if you can see like Photoshop magic, like very obviously in the photos, is because I had a rush order, so I'd have pictures to show at the banquet. But yeah, these are very rough cuts, and you'll see I had one wedding dress with that gorgeous train. We went to the Japanese garden for that. The next place we went to was Confucius's temple, and we actually got really lucky because there was nobody there when we went, and we went there to shoot the red, more traditional Asian looking dress there. The third dress I shot in was the beautiful royal blue. That dress was really fun. It ended up being one of my favorites. And by the way, I'm changing my makeup and my hair for each outfit. I don't know if you're able to tell, but that happened. And we went to the theater to shoot that royal blue beautiful gown. And finally, what I'm calling the Rapunzel purple dress. We went and just hit the streets of Taichung and shot all around the city, just randomly in the neighborhood for that one. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the way the photos turned out. Derek and I actually had a lot of fun doing it. At the end, we were definitely tired, but had a lot of fun going through the whole process. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, click subscribe, and follow me on all of the social media. The information is on my screen right now. And I'll see you next time. Bye.